levels of hospitalizations are decreasing, and the number of new cases of COVID-19 and deaths from the virus are indeed leveling off. But he said that nobody disagrees that we want to get out of this situation, adding, quote, "You don't need protest to convince anyone in this country. We have to get back to work." Joining me now to sort through all of this, NBC's Maura Barrett in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, former Republican National Committee Chairman and former Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, Michael Steele, Washington Post White House Bureau Chief Phil Rucker, and MSNBC National Political Correspondent Steve Kornacki. Welcome all. First to you, Phil Rucker, what we're seeing in the governor's pushback is pretty stunning, considering what the president's been saying, again, at his briefing last night.
That's right, Andrea. There continues to be a testing shortfall in this country. Sure, more than 4 million Americans have been tested for coronavirus, but we're a country of more than 300 million people, and the public health experts say we need more testing and more testing quickly in order to be able to make the assessments about which communities can begin a staggered reopening process. And what we've seen from the president is he's trying to shirk the blame or responsibility, rather, for testing. He's saying this is not a national issue, it's a state issue. And yet we're hearing from governors, Democratic and Republican alike, that while they are managing their own testing processes, they need federal help. They need national assistance to get more tests, to make them more accessible, to get more swabs to run those machines. And the president does appear to be listening to that, because he said yesterday he'd invoke the Defense Production Act. However, he did not give a timeline for that, and he did not say, I don't believe, what company he was going to be forcing to produce and manufacture those swabs.
Oh, hang on.
And in fact, in past weeks,
Is that audio on?
invoking the Defense Production Act.
Tell me if the audio's on, someone.
We're going to be keeping close track of that as well. This was
Did the audio pop on? Tell me if you can hear me.
Show and tell, showing the swab, and said that they could actually produce 20 million swabs a month with the
Yes, okay, thank you.
More about it. You're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I know the governor.
Look at this, I'm getting in shape.
Shortly, but there have been protests there.
I'm going to have dog training classes, and then I'm going to have physical training. That's right. I'm going to be your trainer. You're going to pay me. You are, if you're going to be in my class. It's just dog training. It's lying about the physical training.
Along the streets around, holding American flags, lots of signs saying.
Oh, look at my new haircut. It's pretty sweet, right? I did that myself. That was it. It's real fucking. It's a cherry haircut. I did it. This camera doesn't focus anymore. It doesn't focus well. I would rather it was be more focused. Hang on. Oh, music. There you are. A voice like a baby angel. It's true. And David. So I will be doing, I downloaded the Zoom. It's on here. And I will be doing classes every Saturday at 11 on dog training. Now, this is how it's going to work. Each week, you buy the class. It's going to be $25. I'm sorry, I have to, listen to me, please. I have to charge something. And one of the main reasons why I have to charge something, I thought about doing it free. But if I do it free, then trolls just show up and start running the whole class. So this way, when a troll shows up, they've already paid. They paid through PayPal. I get them off there and I keep the money. And I'm not going to have any nonsense on there. This is not something, oh, look, we get some kid that thinks he's a dog trainer, some food trainer. Oh, I'm going to debate Peter Caine on his dog training methods on his Zoom class. No, that's really not going to happen. That's not going to happen. At the first sign of that, I'm just going to get rid of you, and I'm not going to refund your money. That's how it's going to be. And I don't really care. So I have to charge something. It's important that I charge something. So that's the number that I came up with, because it sort of seems like $25 is $25. If I make it 5, you know, the troll will be like, well, I don't care, it's $5. Do you see what I'm saying? $25 sort of puts it in the realm where I'd say, you know, okay, you want to run my class, you're going to make it worth my while. And that will happen. That will definitely happen. So I'm being realistic. So it'll be $25. Now I'm going to hold it in my backyard, and it's going to work out just fine. I'm going to hold it down towards the house where I get Wi-Fi, and I don't really care what level your dog is. It's going to be limited. I mean, it's going to be limited because it is online. I can answer questions. I can demonstrate with either my client Marty or one of my dogs. We can go over whatever, and your dog could be well, probably a lot of the dogs will be a total mess. It's a fact. But you can come down. I'll answer your question. Hang on here. Where's that? Hang on. Let me see something. Hang on.
It's weird.
So it could be a total mess. If you show up to the dog training class and you don't have a leash for your dog, why are you wasting my time and your money? What are you doing? You should be showing up with a leash on your dog. All training happens with the leash on the dog, you know, until you can get it off leash, and it's a transitional thing. So have a leash on your dog. Don't have it sitting in your lap. If you have it sitting in your lap, I'm not going to ask you your question. I won't even talk to you. It's a fact. If you're doing that, we're not going to be training with any food. If you want to come there and show me what a great food trained dog you're, you know, I'll just remove you and keep your money. And that's how it's going to work. I'm going to keep your money. I'm not going to put up with any crap. I got to put up with enough crap on YouTube doing live streams. And by the way, I know that I haven't been live streaming lately. I've had stuff that I really need to do, and live streaming has an exhaustingness to it. It does. You have the troll factor. You have the. By the way, if anybody wants to go over and find the idiot on TikTok that, you know, was taking, if anything does not meet with TikTok policies, right, that they have me saying, you know, it looks like, you know, it's just fucked up, report it. Just report it, because it's not my TikTok. It just has somebody on there saying ridiculous stuff. So if anything like sounds like hate speech or anything like that, report it to TikTok, please. So I don't really care if somebody does that. They can take existing videos and they can do whatever they want with it. That's their right. But they were just yanking stuff off of live streams. You know, like, I've learned my lesson. Like, don't read anything just because somebody's giving you $5. You know, it's just clearly, I'm sure if you go to TikTok and watch it, it's clear what is going on. You know, it looks like I'm reading something, which that's what I'm doing. So I would really appreciate it if any of you all can find that TikTok guy, and anything. If nothing meets the criteria to be removed, don't worry about it. It's really not a big deal. But if it looks like it's hate speech, remove it. I hate the whole premise of you know, like the guy that's on TikTok. He's not funny. You know, the person's sort of a dimwit and they don't really have anything, so they're just trying to use somebody else's name, and it's totally stuff out of context. So I have a real problem with that, with mediocrity. I'm not for that. I am for an idiot like that spreading my name around. I think that that's okay. But like I said, like if it's, if it goes against TikTok's policies, and I'm saying it, report it, please. Now, I don't know. I haven't looked at Zoom. Would imagine. I don't know. I'll out, but I mean, I'm going to be doing class, so I doubt that I'll break any of their community guidelines. I don't know. Maybe they don't have them. Maybe Zoom is something that, online sex workers use. I don't know. They have those cam girls. Is that what they're using? I don't know. But, it's a second job. I'm talking about dog training. That's a full-time job. It's my full-time job. And I have Marty here, but Marty's a client, but I'm just, keeping him under control at this point. He's already trained. I'm just doing maintenance with him. So I'll be using Marty in class for sure, because he's all caught up and everything. But really, as far I cannot express this enough, that if you come to my Zoom class and you can't behave, just the inkling of like, oh, this person's a dick, I'm keeping your money. Okay? And I do think that the keys to get into the class will change on a weekly basis. So you'll make a payment through PayPal and ptcaine@msn.com, and you'll make a payment, and then later in the week I'll email you the link and the key to open up the class. And you should have a microphone and a camera. So you could use a laptop. If you have a microphone that's better than your laptop, do that. And I'm saying an hour and a half. I'll at least spend an hour and a half. If it's one person, I'll spend an hour and a half. I'm generous as far as shit like that goes. People should get their money's worth. If you have a problem with your dog that is aggression, this is not going to help your problem. It's not. I can talk to you about your aggression problem, but more than likely, I'm going to tell you to be extremely careful, and your dog probably needs to do a board and train. And then you still need to be extremely careful for whatever reason. The dog could have genetic problems. More than likely, it's a message that you've been sending to the dog, and the dog's in a confused state. So the dog has like leash aggression on the street. That many times I see that with dogs that sleep in beds. Like they say, oh, the dog's so sweet, and then they go out on the street and the dog is, it has a confused status, meaning it's looking at the owner as a like a possession, like get away from my possession, sort of like that. They're territorial to the dog. That's very common with dogs that are giving people food, let up on couches. Sleeping in bed is one of the worst things that you can do for your dog. I know so many like boomer chicks that like they're sick of having the boyfriend, so they get a dog, and then they like that warm body sleeping next to them, but they just think that it's not going to affect the dog. This is not a cat, it's a dog. Your cat can sleep in your bed. It does not have a negative effect upon its behavior. A bird, you should be careful if your bird sleeps in your bed. Remy sleeps in my bed by my pillow. She's bothering me this morning. I was so pissed off. Like, don't wake me up every morning. She's, come on, man. Somebody sleep. I love her. I'm going to go up and hang out with her this afternoon. But it doesn't affect her behavior negatively. But dogs, it confuses her status, and they start seeing you as an equal. And when the dog sees you as an equal or less, if the dog sees you as an equal, it's going to treat you and everybody else like a dog. Do you get the point? Dogs bite. They like to fight too. And keep in mind that if you have a fighter, doing a Zoom class isn't going to really help. You know what you need to do is get your dog under control. So in that respect, the Zoom class might help, and that will work on training. And I'll be very consistent with my tone with you that you have to train your dog, and you have to train it daily, and you have to make sure that the dog starts being compliant. In other words, if you have a problem with an aggressive dog, if your dog is at heel and knows heel proper and doesn't lunge out at people, you don't have a problem unless somebody reaches in and tries to touch the dog. We have 4 million dogs dying every year because of lack of training, improper training, or no training at all. That's why they're dying. If Fido wasn't, jumping up on everybody, Fido might not be out in the backyard. That, they get banished to the backyard until they do something worse. That's a terrible life for a dog, living in a backyard on a chain. That's fucking terrible. You have issues with your dog if you have a dog that you do that with. That old chain thing increases drive. The dog starts like lunging. It increases drive. Sort of makes them appear crazy to a human. They're not. They're just super excited. They're, lunging to get off that thing. And like they say, once the dog gets off the chain, you're not going to get it back on. It knows, and it's going to keep trying to get off that chain. The same is true, ladies, with your significant other that you try and chain up like that. You chain them up. Once they get off that chain, they're running around going to the massage parlors, aren't they? Getting the corona. We don't want to do that. Don't chain up your dog. Don't chain up your significant other. If you're jealous of your significant other, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship, or maybe it was somebody else. But you can't chain up a dog, and you can't chain up a, metaphorically speaking. You're on me like stink on catfish. I'm gonna play around because I'm not gonna like it. Don't tell me to do that because I'll do it. I'm a guy and a boomer. Now, what else about the dog training class? You should have a leash. I will answer other questions. If you have other interest, I will answer stuff about Bigfoot or whatever too. So it would be like a talk session with me, weekly talk session with me. But if I had a dog, I'd be utilizing this. But we have 4 million dogs dying every year. Why do you think your dog's going to be any different? You need somebody to tell you to train your damn dog. Don't you? Because you're not doing it. I got to cut this hair right here. I cut Marty's hair. I cut Martin's hair. It looks fucking awesome. Schlepp's not here. But it doesn't look awesome. But it's down to about that high, and you can see his face again. We're going to Geneva tomorrow. I'm so glad that little fucker's here. I am. I love having him here. It's great. He's all trained. He's trained. He's just getting more condition-wise here, too. By the time he goes back to Canada, he should be in pretty good shape. But he's all cut, and we're going to go to Geneva tomorrow. Me and Marty. So some things are giving us a ride to Geneva. And we have some important stuff to do there. So we'll see the Frogman. And what else? Announcements I'll be making in Geneva. But I do hope that at least somebody will do my Zoom dog training class. It's pretty much, I should just change it to like ask Peter questions, because I would answer any questions as long as it's clear it's not a troll. And I can't tell you what not to ask. That is not my problem. So if I get just the little smidgen that you're a troll, I'm keeping your money. So don't come there if you think that you're gonna, oh, I'm gonna fuck with Caine. Well, I'm gonna keep your money. I'm gonna keep your money because your spot, that's your spot until you can't behave. That's it. You know, if I was a yoga instructor and you were in my class and you were interrupting the class, you would be removed. I would not give you the money back. I want to avoid like the fucktard showing up. I don't need him showing up. If I saw him or anybody that I thought like he was in the background or anything, I'd just remove it. Any questions? You know, I'd be. You know that I do not train with food. I don't need to. I use praise and everything else that the dog likes. Why am I going to bring food into it? Using food conditions your dog to be excited. It makes you look like a resource for snacks. When you use people food, it's very unhealthy for your dog, extremely unhealthy for your dog. It doesn't have the proper amount of calcium. If you're working with a dog trainer and they're telling you to train with hot dogs are not healthy for a human. Why would they? I like them though. I admit it. Why would they be healthy for your dog? They're not. They don't have the proper amount of calcium. Your dog should be on a raw diet, except like right now, I had too many dogs. I had to switch my dogs, just so you know, onto pet food. And a good thing that I did because, hey, I'm not going to tell you how I knew, but I knew there was going to be meat shortages real soon. So I switched them to pet food over a month ago. I knew this was going to happen. So at least I know that they're getting the proper vitamins and the proper nutrients. When I run out of a bag, I buy 3 more. So I don't know how long this is going to last. I do have a, oh, Rachel, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you didn't get shot in Nova Scotia. This is a live stream that I'm going to be putting out after, in case somebody's wondering. So there's people in a chat area over here. I'm going to be putting this out after as advertisement for my Zoom class. But I'm glad to see that you're okay. I know Nova Scotia, oh, wherever you're from, is a big place. It is a big place. I don't even know if you live there anymore. But my dogs, except Mango. Mango's still on a raw diet. He's going on 22. He's very old, blind, and he had seizures. And then when I switched him over to raw diet years ago, he stopped having seizures. He needs to stay on raw diet. So I have food for him. And I also have raw diet that Bucket, my cat, I'm giving raw diet sometimes and cat food other times. I have plenty of cat food for Bucket, you know, about the same amount that I do for the dogs. But Bucket's, you know, a large cat, but he, you know, doesn't eat that much. It's a cat. It's a 15-pound cat. He's big. So everybody else is on pet food, even Marty. Marty's on pet food. They all like it, but it's all just garbage for them. So what, a fucking year of doing this, year and a half of giving pet food, big deal. They'll be fine. Make sure that they have their vitamins, that's for sure. Yeah, I know that he had a cop car and everything, didn't he? That's pretty elaborate. Yeah, I want my car painted like a cop car with some fake numbers on it. That was insane. That's like he was out to cause problems, that's for sure. Now, as far as the Zoom classes go, I am going to stick to this $25. Like I said, I'd like to do them free, but I'm not so sure I can do them free because I'm afraid of troll activity showing up. I'll see if I can make some money doing this. If I can get a couple people to do it, it'll be worthwhile. If I can't, I don't know, maybe I'll drop the price to 15. I'm not sure. I just put out 25 because I figured that's like, my time should be worth something. I was kind of wanting to do them free though, but you know what you get for free? You get nothing. Free is not good. And people that get free stuff don't utilize it. So I do think that it's important as far as the class goes. You know, people pay. People pay. Oh, music. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Have you seen the videos make about you? I don't really care. I don't really watch that. I don't really care. But if, like I said, if anybody ever sees a video that is made about me and it violates any of the policies of, they use me talking, so they're stealing me, and it violates any of the policies of TikTok or wherever it's at, make sure and report it. Make sure and definitely report it. But no, I don't watch videos that anybody does on me ever. I think I've watched Leon Lush. I watched that one. That's it. And I'm not really even sure why I watched Leon Lush. Because I sort of like Leon Lush. So I watched it hoping that he wouldn't fuck with me too bad. And he didn't. It was fine. But everybody else's shit, I don't watch it. I refuse to watch it. It's like, you know, I appreciate it in that you're getting my name out, but you know, more than likely, it's just something that somebody's doing to make me appear to be odd, which I'm really not that odd. Most of the people, I think, that subscribe to me know that I'm not as odd as they wish I would be. So there's really no reason to watch it. I mean, it's all just sort of garbage, isn't it? It is. It's just garbage, right? Oh, Alessandro. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You should come to my Zoom dog training classes on Saturday at 11 a.m. They're going to be every Saturday. Every Saturday. How you doing? How is it over there in the UK? Oh, yeah, everybody's doing good, Forest Wanderers. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you. You know, I'm going to have a Zoom dog training class. I'll talk about other stuff than dog training for sure. That's like if somebody does a board and train with me, and then we're doing the lessons at the end of the board and train. Yeah, we talk about dog training and stuff like that, but I talk about a lot of other stuff too, because you know it gets boring. You know, it does get boring. Look at how I sort of shaved this up a little bit. You know, I got this thingy that I bought a couple months ago. Marty's looking real sweet. Pretty sweet. This runs on batteries. This is how I do my grooming in front of the computer. Because I don't really do any grooming, do I? Most people know that. There's this like long hair over here. Oh, fuck it. Who cares? I don't care. What do I care? I don't give a shit. Rachel, I think you can cut hair. Aren't you a hair? Rachel's a hairstylist. I never use abbreviations. It looks okay. I mean, the back was sort of hard to do. It's fine. Who cares? I saw Anderson Cooper did the same thing. He has like a bald spot in his head from it. Who's an ego tripping troll? I'm not shaving all my hair off. So that's it. That's all I really want to talk about. I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream later tonight. Maybe. I have been really concentrating on my garden and getting that done. I've done a lot of back-breaking work. I had to use a mattock to get all the grass up and everything. But the other day I bought a Oh, music is kind of touchy this morning. Watch out. I bought a Ryobi cultivator. It's got like 3 or 4 things on there. It's electric. It's corded, and that'll like just chop everything up the rest of the way. You know, there's still some grass that's still growing, so I'm going to make sure everything's chopped up. And so I'm planning on putting seeds in solar like on the 25th. I have some growing inside. I got stuff ready to go. I have broccoli, tomatoes, some melons, 3 different kinds of melons. I have a Crenshaw melon, which isn't coming up for some reason. I don't know what the deal is, but I have 2 watermelons and cantaloupe. I have a whole, in the back, I have an area that I'm going to, it's like a watermelon, like a melon, the melon patch. I have a melon patch. So I got stuff ready to go ahead, and then I'll put seeds in on the 25th. They'll probably be okay. Maybe I'll have some death because it'll frost until May 5th here, something like that. I'm putting in thousands of sunflowers this year, thousands, 2,000 maybe, something like that. I have some baby pawpaws I'm putting in the ground. I was at Home Depot and I got a Jameson Shipley. I got two blueberries, which I had blueberries out here when I first bought this place. I put them in on the front. I can't remember. I think that I mowed them over. I had a habit of doing that. Like I really couldn't drive the tractor machine real good. That was a learning curve. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I'd drive it as fast as I could. I figured that, you know, that gets the lawn done quicker, but it also, you make mistakes and run over bushes. So I'm going to take that tiller and I'm going to just go over everything that I dug up with the Matic, which was good exercise. It's good exercise, but man, I'd have to go over the area again with the Matic like a couple more times. I just want something to go in there and rip that shit up. I looked at the product before I bought it. It was $100, right? And I thought that was pretty cheap compared to like a gas operated tiller or something like that. It's an electric tiller. I just needed to take it out there and rip up anything that's still sort of alive in the garden so it'll decompose. So I was doing that. When I saw you saw a sea monster story on when you saw a sea monster? No way, really? You saw a sea monster. What did you see? Was it like a dragon? Was it more like HR Puffin stuff? You do draw that kind of crap. You saw a sea monster. Tell us about the sea monster. Truly. Well, what was it? How big was it? Is that thing that you draw? That weird looking creature? No, just don't contact me on readyourdog.com. Just pay for the class through PayPal at PTCAINE. I'll have your email from there, and then I'll send you a link. But I'm not going to I'm not going to really sell the class. I'm not going to talk to you. I'll talk to you at the class. Either take the class or don't take the class. Pay for the class through PayPal, and then I'll email you in that account that Rachel just put up. I'll email you from that account and give you the the meeting and the key to get in the meeting, which will probably change weekly, but it's always got to be Saturday at 11. I think is a good time. Have a fucking leash on your dog, or don't even bring your dog if you just have questions and the dog's going to be a distraction. If you have questions about raw diet, I will answer those questions too. But raw diet right now would be like, that's a difficult time to start raw diet unless you have a small dog. You could probably do it. But I mean, we're your mommy, kid. Go ask your mommy to make you a sandwich. Whale sized. Really? Come on. What do you mean it was whale sized? Maybe it was a whale. Are you sure you didn't see a whale? Maybe it was a whale. Maybe. Yeah, you have a question? Well, why don't you join my dog training Zoom and ask it on Saturday? Pale pony sort. What? Removed it. What? No, it's fine. Definitely not a whale. Never spouted in an hour. Maybe it was a like a large cuttlefish. Do you think it was a cuttlefish or a large octopi of some kind? Where do you see it? In what ocean? You sign up for the dog training thing by going to my PayPal, and it's $25 a week. I'm only doing one Saturday, but I might add in another. It might be 2 times a week. I don't know, but it's going to be every Saturday. And if you go to PayPal, PTCAINE, and you make your payment, then later this week I will send you a link to the meeting along with a key to get in the meeting, or however it's done. But I got Zoom. I'll probably open up Zoom with a few people before the meeting just to make sure I know how it works. But it's going to be every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll do an hour and a half at least. I'll answer questions. You might not like my answer. Where is music in her? Where'd you go with your sea monster? Were you at Loch Ness? You were in the sea. See, that shit just has to go. But nobody speaks that. Nobody speaks that. It's clear that no one speaks that. This is Florida, and it wasn't a giant manatee. How close were you? Yeah, you pay for the class, but the PayPal account would be now. That's that address right there. Don't contact me at that address. That I will be contacting you from my address that I generally use, which is my Read Your Dog address. It's $25 per week. I have to have some price in case there's a troll. I get to remove them and keep their money. And I'm pretty sure a troll will show up. And once again, I'm not doing this to debate with anybody about anything. I'm not going to debate. That's not what this is about. And if you want to debate, and you think that you're going to debate with me, I'm going to remove you and keep your money. That's all that there is. And if you're one of these people that got removed from YouTube for, stealing my content, and you're going to come there and think that you're going to screw up my Zoom class, first of all, you stole my content. So what do you expect? And you're not going to run the class. It'll just be stopped for a second while I remove you. So, and once again, I keep your money. And I will answer other questions too. If you have the premise is dog training, but I mean, if you have problems with your significant other, I'm not a shrink, but I'm a minister. I've been a minister for about 4 or 5 months now. Jilly Mack knows. She knows I'm a minister. I'm a minister. So I can pass out information. I can be helpful like a minister would. If this goes right, the Zoom thing goes right, I might even Zoom from Geneva. So there's a reason for doing the Zoom thing. I really want to sort of like check it out as a medium, because I don't really see anything other than YouTube right now. I don't have any desire to do TikTok. Leon Lush loves TikTok. That dude is so into TikTok, it's not even funny. But I don't want to go hang around with a bunch of kids or a bunch of adults that like to hang out with kids. I don't want to hang out there. That's not my thing. That's your thing? All right, dude, have a good time. I'm not talking about Leon. Leon's over there because he likes to hang out there because he can get stuff to work with. But there's plenty of stuff on YouTube too. So I wouldn't go over to TikTok. I have no desire. But I'm a boomer, so I don't really know. Maybe TikTok is great. Maybe everybody on TikTok, but every time Leon Lush it's some idiot. There's a lot of idiots over there. That's why Lush goes over there. There's a lot of idiots. How about that Mrs. Lush, though? I hope she don't get the corona. She's a nurse. Bring it home to Big Leon. That's a risk factor, being big like that, Leon. You should lose some weight, brother. But you look fine. Just a clean-cut young man. We like Leon. We do. We like Leon and his nursey wife, who is a real star. The wife, that Lush life, man, she's a real star. Seriously. They remind me of Sonny and Cher. They do. They have that sort of like back and forth dichotomy of like, she's rolling her eyes at him saying, "You're ridiculous, and I'm not going to give you any unless you're compliant." He knows it. He knows it. He needs to be compliant with her, for sure. And that's most dudes that are married know that. Like, yes, dear, you do what that woman tells you to do, or you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it anyway, but you're going to really like you'll get tortured. You will. They'll fuck with you when you least expect it. They'll push your buttons for sure. Oh, there's Christy. $200. But you want to pay $200 worth? You can do that. I don't care. You can come every week. That's how I would do it. I keep track of it, and then when you're running low, I'll say if you're going to still do the class, you're going to have to pay more money. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, there's Christy with her little hat. Oh, Rachel. Rachel, you know what's really good? Is those whole wheat matzahs. They're delicious. Can you get them in where you live? Can you get whole wheat matzahs up there? You know what else I really like is Manischewitz pike and whitefish. I'll be right back. Oh, fuck. Man, it's sunny out. More than 40,000 dead nationwide. The one thing about the training class is that, I mean, the dog training aspect of it will be nothing. The only thing that I can think of that might be a problem would be technical stuff in regards to Zoom. I've done Zoom with my doctor, but I've never been the host. I'll probably do it sometime this week with some people just to make sure I know how it works. But it should be fine. So if on Saturday there's some technical glitches to get it going, just bear with me. It'll go easier. I assume if this goes well, I'll be Zooming more than once a week. But that's like you're paying $25 a week for at least one. I'm just gonna check it out. I see a lot of stuff that I could use Zoom with. Going to Geneva, and there's the aspect of like the viewer gets to talk back, which I think is nice. Which I sort of like. You know, you have this with a chat, but I mean, if it was like videos, it would be sort of nice too. You know, video of the people talking, that would be great. I don't know. I figure why not? It seems like I wonder what Zoom's stock price is. Let's see. I bet it's real high. I mean, I bet it was low, but I bet it's real high now. Isn't that the one that what's her name bought? You know, the chick that sold all her stocks. And then she invested in Zoom. She's a senator. See how much Zoom's going for. It's a Chinese company. Zoom. ZM. Add to my list. Let's see how it is. 124. It's up. 150. It's heavy trading. Let's see, 5 year. Doesn't even have 5 year. 1 year. Three months. 52-week low was about $60. 52-week high was 164. So it's sort of at the high, which would make sense. It's relatively cheap. You can do it by the month. You know, I mean, if you're having a class with 500 people, the price goes up, but you know, that'll be fine. You know, whatever. I think isolation is really hard for everyone. Not me. I've been having a pretty good time. I know it sounds fucked up. Husband working from home. Got to go. It's lunch break. Oh, Jilly, don't leave. Don't leave. If I take a turn, it will be real helpful. If y'all take a turn, it will be helpful. I have admitted this to my friend Jinian, and I'll admit it to you all, that this, for me, the isolation is really nothing. My life is pretty much the same. I don't think that it's really hard on me. I think that I'm stressed about getting ill. I think that's a problem. So I don't even want to go out there. I'm in relatively good health. I'd probably be fine, and I might have already had it. But the only thing of it is when I think that I had it, and I was a time not too long ago that I had indoor allergies, and I had gotten through this period which I might have had it. I remember I was live streaming. I remember one of the nurses. I remember Anna S. was like, you got a cough, and I'm like, yeah, I know. But at that point, it was just supposedly in Washington State, which is absurd saying that because it was probably all the way across the country by that point. So I could have had it. I had the, taste and smell thing. I remember that. I remember sitting here, right here, where I'm at right now, going, man, I don't really smell anything, and nothing really tastes like anything. That was when I had the cough. I had this cough that sort of just lingered. I've been getting stuff done on the yard, which I'm enjoying doing the gardening. I don't want to buy, there's money issues too, but I don't want to buy vegetables that people have sneezed on. So I'll just grow them in my yard. I'm on this new diet anyway, which is mostly, it's plant-based, a lot of, green leafy stuff. Right now, I'm eating a lot of canned stuff because canned stuff's sort of cooked to death, so it's easy to digest. So my body's just sort of getting used to eating more fiber. That diverticulitis is a bitch. Like my doctor said, she's like, diverticulitis. She's like, everybody has that. It's the diverticulosis that's the real problem if it gets infected, and that's where I was. So it's painful. It's painful when your intestines like expand like that. It hurts real bad. Anyway, I guess that's it. So I'll mention this again. I'll probably live stream tonight, I think. Probably. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably I will. But that's it. If you want to do the dog training class, I will talk about other stuff than dog training. But like I said, if you're going to be paying $25, that doesn't give you a right to troll and run my class. I'm not debating about different types of dog training with you. I'm not debating about anything. I'm not doing that. So if you come there to argue with me, I'm keeping your money. I'm keeping it, and I'm removing you from the class, and I will not refund your money. So don't waste your time because you're not going to waste mine. Oh, music knows. The Sea Monster girl. Sorry you went through that. Oh, I'm fine. Go away, weirdo, talking to yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Rahel. Troll with 2 accounts talking to himself. Oh, really? Yeah, I know. Genius. He's a genius. Is there a cap of how many people will be in the class? No, I don't think so. If it got to that point, I'll buy more space. But right now, I just got the Pro. I don't know. It's probably under 50. Or I don't know how much it is, but I got, it's like $15 a month. For $50 a month, I can have over 500 in the class. But at that point, I don't know how. Well, I'd work it out. No, there's no cap. Not until there is. The only limitation is that you don't come there to troll because I'm keeping your money. I'm not gonna debate with the dog trainer. I'm not gonna do that. So don't even bother. And all right, so I guess that's it. So once again, I want to say this: if anybody sees videos where they've used me and they violate any policies of TikTok or anything else, get them removed. Report them. Report them. I have no problems with that's not my baby. That's not my baby, dude. But thank you. That's not my baby. It's not. But I have no problems somebody making shit on me. I'm not gonna like I said, I do not watch them. I remember there was this guy Ted that wouldn't go away, Tedivision or something, wanted me to watch his. I don't watch videos. I don't watch any videos that anybody makes on me. None. And then he was so persistent. I was like, "You're a fucking asshole." I wasn't gonna watch it. So if I say I'm not going to watch it, so what do you keep trying to ram it down people's throat? Like I'm not gonna, I said I wasn't going to watch it. So just do me a favor. If you see anything, and so I don't need to know about it, you don't have to contact me with a link, because once again, I'm not going to watch it. That I've had that going on for a while. Like there'll be somebody that subs or something, and they find like some video that did you see this? And I'm like, what? Why the fuck are you sending this to me? I don't watch this shit, and it pisses me off that you sent it to me. I'll be pissed at you. I don't need this, But if you get something removed, let me know, because I'll think that's funny. That would be funny. But I know what people do. It's the old try and make the person look as odd as possible. Expose them. God damn, the people are so dumb. They are. This whole fucking mentality is just so stupid. No, the Bigfoot did not. It was a female Bigfoot, dude. It was female. I know the difference. It was a female Sasquatch. She loved me, and I'm gonna go back in the woods for mankind. I'm going in there soon. I'm gonna go in and get the corona from the fucking Bigfoot. Then they can use my plasma. That's the plan. It's Toxic's birthday? Where's Toxic? Oh, there's Woozy. Where's Toxic? Toxic, happy birthday. Where is she? Oh, there she is. What's up, Toxic? Toxic is a dog trainer. Maybe I'll have Toxic as a guest trainer on my dog training Zoom site when I figure it out. That would be one person I would have as a guest. Maybe I'll ask Sherry Lucas to be a guest. Toxic, Robert Masters. I'll have guests on there. Oh, music can train dogs. Who else? Jilly Mack. Jilly Mack can handle her little Lola. Schlep. Well, we need to just do some lessons with Schlep, but Schlep will be able to do it. Schlep will be able to do it. She can't yet. We haven't done lessons with Schlep. She'll get it though. She's a boomer. She'll get it. What's up, JP? It's Toxic's birthday. Toxic, how old are you? You're older than you look. I know that. Like you're not 18, right? You look 18. You're not, right? Aren't you like 21 or 22, something like that? Well, you're gonna have to do the training. You're 21. It's a big one. You don't drink booze, though, do you? Toxic, you don't drink, right? Aren't you all clean cut? You don't drink, Toxic, or smoke weed? You can't smoke weed. You have asthma and shit. You bought my socks? Is that right, Bushy Boy? Which ones? You buy the Labrador ones? Which ones? I got good socks on Teespring. Sam's upstairs. I'm not the father. I'm not. That's my line always. I'm not your father. I'm not. I've had a kid in San Diego trying to convince me that I was his father. Satan's diapers. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a classic. You got good taste. Oh, there's Pachinko. What's up, sweet Pachinko? You sexy boomer. Pretty hot. She likes to hang out in the comedy club. On a lot of medications, however, I can now buy alcohol for cooking. There you go. Make a coq au vin or like a beef bourguignon. Yeah, I could see all Music and Christie hooking up. I think Pachinko would be the boy. What are the TikTok violations? I don't know. I would assume that anything that's like hate speech, and that they had me saying some stuff that could be interpreted as hate speech. I don't know. It's not even that important. Don't worry about it. It's bullshit. It's not like it's a popular page or anything. Yeah, I don't care. Just report it if it's in violation. So I travel the country due to the quit my job because it was like I can get a job as a software developer anytime I come back, and this corona stuff picked up. No one's hiring now. Yeah, I like that morning training sometime. Oh, snap. No, I don't think birds get it, but I think cats can. I think, but there's been nobody said anything about avian species. Feline, and I believe it was found on a dog or in a dog, but the dog was not sick. Signed up for the class, so if anything, it'll make for an intro. Oh, you're coming to the class at Allie T. That's cool. I'll send you I'll get your email from PayPal, and I'll send you a link to it. Probably today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'll have it all figured out by then. I got the account now though. It looked pretty self-explanatory. That's cool. I'll see you then, Allie. Allie T. Allie T looks kind of cute, but I didn't really notice. I did not notice Allie T. But I do notice a little bit. Where do you sign up? All you got to do is pay for it on PayPal, right? And when you pay for it on PayPal, that'll leave me an email address, and then I'll use that email address, and then I'll contact you, like Wednesday or Thursday with the link for Saturday. Let me double check that. Make sure it works. Should have an email address attached, I'm pretty sure. See if Hot Alley has an email address there. No, I don't see it. No, I don't see Allie made a payment. But that is how it's done. So you make the payment on PayPal with this address. This is the PayPal address that you will make the payment to. That's it. Yeah, I didn't see it, Allie. You do have a cute face though. Sort of look like Christy. Not this Christy. At this Christy I dated. Sort of similar shaped face. She's a Pilates instructor. Could I leave the info in the drop down? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Okay, so that's what I'll do. That's a good idea. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that. So I'll close this out and then I'll quickly edit just to make it a little bit shorter, and then I'll leave the PayPal address below the video. How often will you offer the Zoom classes? I'm going to do them once a week at a minimum. It'd be $25 a week. I'll do one every Saturday, but I could see myself doing at least two. But if it goes well, probably more. I could see maybe Zooming from Geneva with the Frogman, possibly. That would be like a pay-per-view thing, I think. No, not Zumba. Zoom. It's going to be a Zoom dog training class, but you know, I'll talk about other stuff than dogs. It'll be outside. Could be inside if it's raining. She's pretty. Oh, you're talking about, oh, what's her name? Yeah, she's good looking, right? See you, Toxic. Where are you going? Thank you, Diana. Okay, so you think 25 is affordable. Okay, good. So it'll be a minimum of one class a week. I'll always do one. And it'll always be on Saturday, but I'll probably put another one in. No, I'm not going to use wireless. I use this, probably. Oh, Melissa, I'm so full of it. Okay, so everybody says 25 is not a bad price. All right, so I'm going to close this out, and I'll put a link to the PayPal address so you get it, how we're going to do this. You pay for a class or one class, two, however you want to do it. It's 25 a week. And then I'll send a link to the class, because when you do the PayPal, there will be a record there and there will be an email address I can use. I'll use that, and I'll send you a link to the Saturday morning class. It'll be Saturday at 11 Eastern Standard Time. That, if there's people on the West Coast and that seems a little early, we can even figure it out later. But right now we'll do it at 11. I don't know. And just see how it goes. So that's it. I'll leave a link below this video to the PayPal account. Pay for it, and then, you know, Wednesday or Thursday I'll send you a link to the class that will be on Saturday at 11. And if you're going to have your dog there, you should have a leash for your dog. And the dog shouldn't be in your lap, okay? And if you have questions to ask, you might not even need the dog there. It might be important to have the dog in the vicinity, like in a crate. So if we need to go, you know, you need to demonstrate something, you know, you can go get the dog. If you have a leather leash, that would be best, a leather leash. If you have one made out of nylon, that is horrible, and I'm sorry for that, but you should probably get a leather leash, okay? Or biothane. If you're a vegan, you could have a biothane leash. But you want a leash that is of the right weight and has the correct action. You want to use leather, and it does make a huge difference. You might not think that it does, but it does. So I'll put this thing out, and if you're looking for the link to the PayPal, it'll be underneath this video. Anyway, thanks. I might live stream later. I might, because I'm pushing my new Zoom classes. My new Zoom going to Geneva to see the Frogman, probably. It'd be top dollar, though. All right, I'll see y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. That was a good idea. I really appreciate that. Nadies, Rahel, JP, whoever. Oh, music. Bye.